Whether it's an ascetic in a remote jungle or a commuter in a New York apartment, humans have sat quietly with eyes closed for millennia. Across all those centuries and diverse geographies, a remarkably consistent shared experience emerged. Practitioners continually reported a sensation of perceiving what physical eyes cannot, relying on an inner faculty, commonly known as the third eye. This diagram illustrates how distinct traditions mapped this concept to the exact same anatomical location. We see the Hindu Ajna chakra, the Buddhist Orna, and the Taoist upper dantian, all converging precisely in the center of the human forehead. The brow center maps to a tangible physiological reality. Intense, sustained focus triggers shifts in the autonomic nervous system and local blood flow, creating a distinct, localized sensation of pressure. That undeniable physical sensation led early anatomists to ask a very literal question. It sparked a centuries-long scientific hunt to find an actual hidden eye buried somewhere inside the human head. Early philosophers assumed the brain must have a centralized convergence point. In the 17th century, René Descartes examined human anatomy and declared he had found the principal seat of the soul. He was looking at the pineal gland. It is a tiny, soybean-sized structure nestled perfectly in the midline of the brain, making it an obvious target for those seeking a singular hidden eye. But modern biology reveals a much more mechanical reality. The pineal gland is an endocrine factory. Its primary job is to synthesize melatonin, the hormone responsible for regulating our daily sleep cycles. Because it completely lacks a lens, a cornea, or any photoreceptive cells, the pineal gland cannot form images. It is not an organ of visual perception. To find the origin of the third eye, we have to look past human anatomy and rewind 518 million years, back to the Cambrian oceans. Paleobiologists analyzing the fossils of our earliest vertebrate ancestors, primitive jawless fish, discovered that these organisms possessed 4 functional camera-type eyes. They had 2 lateral eyes and 2 more positioned right on top of their heads. We can actually still observe traces of this today. This is the tuatara, a modern reptile native to New Zealand. If you look closely at the top of its head, it still retains a parietal eye hidden just under a layer of skin. This dorsal eye has a well-formed lens and retina. It doesn't process high-resolution images, but rather acts as a sophisticated solar dosimeter. It tracks the lengthening of days and shortening of nights, which is crucial for regulating the animal's cold-blooded metabolism. As our mammalian ancestors evolved warm-blooded metabolisms around 246 million years ago, the need for an external solar calendar diminished. The parietal eye slowly lost its visual acuity and physically sank deep into the protective casing of the skull. Over millions of years, that ancestral external eye condensed into the highly vascularized organ we now call the pineal gland. It is quite literally the internalized evolutionary ghost of a third eye. Even though the pineal gland is now buried in total darkness, it somehow retained its ancient biological sensitivity to the sun. This diagram maps how the gland still detects light. Photons entering our lateral eyes stimulate non-visual cells in the retina. The signal travels down a neural tract, bypassing the visual cortex, descending into the spinal cord before routing back up to the pineal gland. During the day, this light signal actively inhibits the gland. The moment environmental darkness falls, that inhibition lifts, prompting the pineal sites to flood the human bloodstream with melatonin. The gland operates as an internalized biological clock. It translates the physical light of the outside world into a hormonal signal our bodies can understand. When we move out of ancient philosophy and into modern clinical environments, we can measure exactly what the brain is doing. This rigorous testing exposes modern pseudoscientific claims. Demonstrations of blindfolded reading are reliably revealed as stage illusions that rely on subjects peeking through small gaps between the blindfold and the nose. The clinical data also clarifies the anxiety surrounding pineal gland calcification. Due to exceptionally high blood flow, the gland naturally accumulates calcium deposits, clinically known as corpora arenacea, or brain sand. While alternative health advocates fear this process suppresses spiritual awakening, epidemiological studies show it as a common aspect of the aging process. Higher calcification correlates with lower sleep efficiency, not a loss of consciousness. Stripping away the parlor tricks and medical misunderstandings is necessary because the actual, measurable capabilities of the human brain are far more interesting. If the biological third eye is blind, why do humans consistently experience sudden, inexplicable flashes of inner vision or intuition? A phenomenon called blind sight reveals the mechanics of this hidden perception. Patients with destroyed primary visual cortices report being clinically blind, yet they can navigate hallways and sidestep obstacles with total accuracy. This occurs because sensory data is rerouting. It bypasses the conscious cortex and travels directly through older, deeper subcortical networks like the superior colliculus. The brain processes spatial data and environmental threats entirely outside of conscious awareness. This mirrors the broader mechanics of human intuition, where we evaluate massive amounts of background information using fast heuristic processing. When we experience a sudden gut feeling or a profound insight, it feels like magic. But the third eye is a masterful psychological metaphor created by our ancestors to describe the profound hidden architecture of human cognition.